long last, the entrance to the Palace of Shadow has been opened. Before Princess Peach falls victim to that fiend, before he takes over the world, you must rescue the princess and stop this cataclysm! Okay. Here we go! It is time at long last for Chapter 8, The 1,000-Year Door. Okay, wait, the title of this game was the title for the last chapter. Man, they get uncreative with the Crystal Star names at number 7, at the last Crystal Star, and ooh, that's cool looking. And then they get uncreative with that stuff. And by the way, you see those stairs up there? There's no way you can get up there. Don't worry. Don't even bother. This place is unsettling, but we have no choice. We have to get in there and save Peach before things get any more out of control. Let's go, Mario! Alright. Here we go. The Palace of Shadow, the final area of the game. I can't believe it. It just came and went. Like I said, these LPs grow up so fast. Aw. And I guess we're gonna have our first enemy encounter. Why couldn't I jump? A button wasn't responding. That was weird. It could just be a bug. I don't know. Just go ahead and... Alright, they have 9 HP. Swoopulas. You have the Zap Tap badge. You're going to be totally fine against these guys, so you don't have a thing to worry about. Just go ahead and Fiery Jinx them. Axbugzugza. I don't know. Just making up words. Just like Proton John. Ah, come on. I guess there was really no point to me. Actually, no, wait, I shouldn't say there's no point to me burning him at all. There was. Alright, now he's... Actually, now, just defend. Might as well. Hit Mario! I was kind of hoping that he'd hit Mario and just kill himself, though, but oh well. It didn't happen. Like I said, these guys are HP sucking and everything. If you got the, like I said, you got the, Zap Tap badge on Mario, there is no way they can hurt Mario. Unfortunately, these enemies seem to be a lot smarter than the, past bat-like enemies that we fought before, the swoopers. They seem to be quite a bit smarter. And, whoa. Okay, let's try not to get in too many fights. Come on, we're already at satisfactory level. Let's go through the door. They're all like mini 1,000-year doors in here. And we get a shooting star right here. A very good item indeed. And here we have our introduction of dry bones. Yeah, we had just dull bones before. Now these are real dry bones. None of those girly man dry bones from Chapter 1. Now these dry bones, it is recommended you attack them with fire or explosions, just like in the first game. Because if you don't, then they have the chance of surviving. Basically the piles of bones will be able to respawn. Whereas if you kill them with fire, then they will just die instantly. Ah, dang. Just not quite what I was going for with attacking. And at least the burn killed them. If they dead to fire or an explosion, they're dead for good, though. Otherwise, they just turn to a pile of bones and they can get back up again, like in other Mario games, like Mario World. Ice Storm, jeez, we're getting lucky here. First shooting star, then an Ice Storm, one after another. And you probably just heard the bullet bill sound effect, so... That means we're going to deal with some bullet bills, as annoying as that sounds. And of course, just like in Bowser's Castle, they are golden bullet bills. You can use Vivian to get out of the way of them. But we're going to just go ahead and fight this pair right here. Alright, come on, Vivian. These guys are definitely more powerful than any bullet bill enemies you fought before, like on Keel Hall Key. This chapter mainly has upgraded enemies, much like a lot of last areas in RPGs do, which is kind of a shame. You know, that's one thing I find disappointing in any given RPG, is the fact that the last area is just absolutely crawling with recolorings of old enemies. It's very rare that you get unique enemies in the last areas, because by that point they're just out of ideas. Which is one thing I like about Pokemon, no palette swapped characters, but whatever. Well, maybe Cricket's hot and, like, Volbeat or something, I don't know. There we go. That is exactly what I was trying to do. Let's go ahead and... Ultra Hammer! Woo! I actually did it right! Amazing! I did it right! Oh, God, that is a great way to start off the day. I'm actually recording this early in the morning. Well, actually, the sun's up now. It's probably the first time I recorded in sunlight since Paper Mario 1, which was God knows how long ago. Let's go ahead and hammer these guys. Hammer them. Hammer. Ready to get hammered? Just like an Okami. Such a good game. Very underrated. If you have a Wii or PS2, I recommend you pick up Okami. I actually have been playing it a little bit lately. I actually picked it up like last December, though. I just never really played it all that much, though. But now I'm actually trying it out. As far as I know, both versions of the game are good, though, because I have a friend with the PS2 version, and I played that. The 7th Crystal Star Power Supernova, I actually should get to showing that off pretty soon. I just kind of didn't want to because it's really overkill, though. But we're getting close to a level up, though, so I think we should be able to. As you notice, there's grounds in case of spikes and everything. See, all or nothing. Hit action commands, attack rises, miss them, it drops to 0. We didn't have any free BP, though, so I'm not going to equip that very risky badge. As you can see, this floor is very annoying because it is crawling with spikes. Actually, what do you know? I was wrong. There's no invisible block in here. If you just lightly tap the control stick while going through this room, you shouldn't have too many issues. Just lightly tap it every so often. Alright, so we're going to have to go around. I could have sworn there was an invisible block in this room. I don't know why I didn't. Maybe I'm thinking of another room like this. I don't know. Go ahead and save right here. Those fire bars are reminiscent of the ones in Koopa Brothers Fortress in the first game. You jump over them, they get faster each time. But if you jump... Excuse me, you jump over them several times, eventually they disappear, and then, you know... And then basically become coins. Alright. Yet another palette-swapped enemy. Jeez, they're just teaming with, I guess maybe we want to have ice power on. It might be a good idea. Let's see, Phantom Ember. These guys aren't really abundant enough in this chapter to the point where I would actually recommend equipping the badge for it. Vivian, you just defend. Wow. That's a really skilled enemy right there. Yeah, really skilled indeed. God, though, guys, I can't believe it again. I can't believe we're this close to the end of the game. It just, honestly, this game just came and went. Chapter 3 was the only chapter that was actually long. All the others were like 5 videos, if even that. I think some of them might have been 6, though. Yeah, I think Chapter 7 was actually 6. Alright, we got more coins. I guess that compensates for me not doing the jumping. You're going to want to roll into your paper 2 for that? Jeez, that was close. Because you can't pass under them otherwise. Not bad. It would kind of suck if one of them like spawned right there, like at the spawning point, so you would have no way of predicting it, but whatever. Was it this room that had the invisible block? No, it didn't. For this room, I'd recommend switching over to Koops. Just cause, you will see here in a minute. This room should look very familiar now that once you get up here. Glug, none shall pass by. Let those who would disturb her fall into the depths of endless darkness. Oh, this looks very familiar, except now that the boss is moving about the room and you have to catch up to him. Get over to this boss, I went ahead and I got close to him off screen just so we could get to him fast. There we go! I don't think it's possible to actually first strike him. I took back what I said in the last video. I guess don't switch to Koops and everything just because Fiery Jinx on Vivian, it uses the same amount of FP though, but with her you at least get the burn. So let's go ahead and actually, you know what? I'll take the time to show Supernova, just because we haven't shown it yet and we're so close to a level up anyway. Now, this is the best explanation for an action command ever! Tap A! This didn't say Fap A. Nothing. Now this is very easy. I have my own method of pressing the A button really fast, so as you'll see I'll just fill this gauge up like nobody's business, though. You might need to practice a little bit at mashing the A button if you don't have a method down yet, though, so... Some people use this on the GameCube controller, what they like to call the spoon trick. I don't think I would Google the word spoon trick. You know, I'm assuming you're probably going to find some really suggestive stuff. Look at that. 15 damage to all enemies. How nice. And now Vivian, I guess go ahead and do your Fiery Jinx. What a sad boss. We didn't even get to see what he was capable of doing. But I guess the enemy bio told you that. And we get an awesome 33 star points. Not bad at all. Alright, let's see. I don't really need any more BP. I'm pretty set for BP. I'll upgrade HP. Why not? I haven't upgraded HP in like 3 chapters. Maybe not quite that, though, but whatever. You get the Palace Key. It looks more like a skeleton key to me. Get it? Nah, whatever. I have such bad puns. I make such corny jokes. Whatever. So yeah, oh wow, this room looks identical. Way to get creative with the level design, Nintendo. Whatever. Whoa! What the hell am I doing? I could've just used Vivian! This room's actually quite easy, you just kinda zigzag down it. It's just getting kind of annoying with how you gotta pull yourself into the shadows all the time, though, so I'll just go ahead and cut ahead till after I kill all the enemies in here.